On the cold and gloomy evening of April 30th, 1924, near the shores of Saginaw Bay, and after many long, laborious meetings, a hard-fought deal was finally struck between the Michigan Medical Society and the Michigan Salt Producers Association. As a beautiful sunny dawn broke over the U.S. on the morning of Thursday, May 1st, 1924, wire services broke the news, announcing the birth of iodized salt. Suddenly, Americans became much happier, smarter, and healthier, all thanks to iodized salt.
What, you thought today's show was going to be about how you need to reduce salt in your diet? That's for a future episode. Oh, and welcome to your Healthy Minute.
The Pharmacy Line presents Your Healthy Minute, hosted by Dr. Dean Reardon.
Welcome. Well, we took a little break over the summer, and we've rebuilt our set. I hope you like it. Please let us know. So, salt. Well, it's more about what's in the salt. This little beauty right here, this is an atom of iodine. It has 53 electrons and 50... You know what? That's not so important. What is important is that iodine is a required and essential part of our daily diet. And without iodine, we become iodine deficient. We get ill, and there are a number of bad symptoms associated with iodine deficiency. Some of these include rapid or unexplained weight gain. The person's metabolism actually drops. They're usually always extremely tired, and they can't regulate their body temperature. Even on a warm day, they'll always feel cold. They may appear confused or to think very, very slowly. In extreme cases of iodine deficiency, the heart rate and the blood pressure can actually drop to dangerous levels. Now, if iodine deficiency is seen in small children or infants, it can lead to a disease called creatinism. And these children can have developmental problems, growth problems, and it can lead to mental retardation. Prior to the introduction of iodized salt in 1924, people across the U.S., particularly in Michigan and the U.S. Northwest, where iodine is very low in the soil, would show up to their doctor with a large growth on their neck, a goiter, and they would experience many of the same iodine deficient symptoms I spoke of earlier. But you know what? Just 5 years after the introduction of iodized salt, the number of individuals showing up to their doctor with goiters or goiter-related symptoms dropped tremendously. Not only that, but people in these areas had an average increase of 5 points in their overall IQ. So what causes a goiter? It all has to do with a very small butterfly-shaped gland in the lower part of our neck, called the thyroid gland. The gland sits just below our voice box, and it wraps around our trachea or the windpipe. Now, if we go without iodine for extended periods of time, the thyroid gland begins to grow and enlarge. So as soon as iodine is present in our diet, it can all be absorbed by the thyroid and stored for later use if needed. In fact, it's the only organ in our entire body that uses iodine. So what does the thyroid use iodine for? The thyroid produces two different chemicals, or the thyroid hormones. These hormones are called T3 and T4. Now you can think of the T as standing for thyroid. The number after the T indicates the number of iodine atoms linked to each one of these hormones. If we don't have any iodine, we can't make the hormones, and we experience thyroid disease. Today, thyroid disease due to iodine deficiency is no longer a major problem thanks in part to iodized salt. However, about 6% of the U.S. population, or 20 million Americans, do have thyroid-related diseases, and some of these diseases are on the rise. Over our next few episodes, we'll talk about the major causes of those thyroid diseases, and we'll look at the medical tests used to diagnose thyroid problems. In addition, we'll talk about the treatment options available should you be diagnosed with a thyroid disease. So I hope you'll stick around, because the more you know about your health, the healthier you'll be. For the Pharmacy Line, I'm Dr. Dean Reardon, and this has been Your Healthy Minute.